She said, Tupou, what's the value of money when you die? What's the value of money when you don't have your health to live healthy? Yeah. And that, that was an eye-opening moment for me, because I'm going, you're absolutely right. What is the value of any of that, your gold and your silver and your money, when you don't have the health to enjoy it?
Welcome to the Miracle Academy. This is your host, Scotty Cooper, and this is where miracles are expected. Welcome to the Miracle Academy podcast. I'm your host, Scotty Cooper. Today I have one of my longtime aunties, Tupou Pau'u. So thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course. So I've known you for, actually, at this point, it's been quite a long time. I met you, I think, my sophomore year of high school. Mm-hmm. Your son Butch played football with me. Mm-hmm. And then our families just got really close over the years. And, I would see Butch as like another sibling. And your daughter Rachel was always with us too. And it's been really fun how our families have been together. And I feel like we've been at so many of your family parties and stuff, and it's cool to be part of your family.
I know. I loved it too. I mean, we've been close enough that Rachel feels she has a right to your home. Like she'll climb the window to get into your home and just make herself feel welcome, right? Yeah, that's how close it's been.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny story. We had, the day I graduated high school, we needed someone to go home to like open up the house for people to get there. And so Rachel says, "Oh yeah, I'll go." And I'm like, okay, great. Just not thinking anything of it, like that she didn't have a key. She jumps up and climbs our balcony, gets on our roof, opens a sliding glass door on the second story, and gets in the house. And like, when we got home, we didn't even think anything of it. Like, how is she in our house? I've tried to jump that, and I can't do it. It was one of the most athletic things I've ever seen. I'm like, I don't know how she did this, but yeah, it was pretty funny. Mm-hmm. But yeah, your family's amazing.
Thank you.
So I'd love to hear your story, and specifically kind of what's happened in, I guess, those probably the last year or so. Mm-hmm. Kind of tell us about what happened in your miracle that you had.
Yep. So my dad passed away in July of last year, and because COVID was going on, there was, you had to quarantine. I didn't realize this. Flying in to go to my dad's funeral, they had the military and the police at the airport in Australia, and they take passengers right off the plane into a bus to a hotel guarded by police. It was really dramatic for me. I was kind of like scared at the beginning, right? Because all these military people there. But anyways, they take you there and they leave you there for 14 days. Mm-hmm. And you have to be cleared from COVID or any illness before they let you go. They gave me permission, so I got in on a Friday. They gave me permission to go to my dad's funeral from 6 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. And I had to be back at the hotel by 3. If not, they were going to hold me back some more. So in my head, to solve the problem of not catching COVID or any type of illness, I was taking 3 Advils, 6 hours in a 24-hour period for 2 weeks, right? So by the time I was let out for the 2 weeks, I had taken all these pills. Whenever I needed to sleep, I'd take 3 Advils. Whenever I was hurt somewhere, I'd take 3 Advils. This was my thing. I didn't even think anything of it because I felt like I was pretty healthy. Anyway, so I stayed in Australia for 2 months with my family. And whenever I felt like I had a cold or sneeze or anything, I would take 3 Advils, okay, every 6 hours. So by the time I got back after the 2 months that I was in Aussie, my legs started hurting. And that was for 1 week. I could, I could walk, but it was painful. And then the next week, this was in October, I couldn't walk at all. I was bedridden. So Rachel, who is a follower of Dr. Cooper to a T, he does everything that he wants her to do. Doesn't listen to me, but listens to Dr. Cooper, right? So she is studying now to be a chiropractor, and she goes, "Have you talked to Dr. Cooper? Have you talked to Dr. Cooper?" And I said, no, it's okay. So this is coming from Polynesian, where chiropractic wasn't really in our realm of things, right? So she said, "Have you talked to Dr. Cooper?" After 1 week, and I said, no, it's okay, I'm gonna go to the doctor. While at the same time still not being able to get up and in excruciating pain. Every time I would try to put my feet on the floor, it'd feel like I'm standing on glass. And my husband didn't really think anything of it. He thought that maybe I was just, being a baby or anything else. But when it was time, he saw me one time going to the restroom and I was crawling. And that's when he realized, okay, something's going on. This was like 2.5 weeks after. So Rachel called me, three-way with Dr. Cooper. And I didn't know Dr. Cooper was on the phone. And as soon as Dr. Cooper said hi, she got off the phone and it was just me and Coop. And so I had nowhere to go but to communicate to him. And then he was asking me, what's going on? Tell me the symptoms, everything else. And he said, you know what? I think you've been poisoned by all that Advil that you've taken. And it was like gout that I was having. So he immediately sent 2 doctors from here, Dr. Ainge and Dr. Moses, who came 2 times a week to adjust me, sent Weppy out searching for all the supplements that he needed because we couldn't order it yet. And so for that weekend, I was taking turmeric, I was taking the phosphate for my gout and everything else, and it was helping, relieving a lot. But then from this journey, everything had to change for me. My diet had to change. As Polynesians, we love food, but not always the right type of food and the right type of stuff that we put in our food. You know that, Scotty. Anyways. When Moses and Ainge came, they would give me all the supplements. I was able to order the supplements until I finally could walk. And walking, I am talking about the miracle of walking that took 30 minutes for me was grabbing a walker and walking from here to the end of your chair.
Wow.
That was a miracle, 30 minutes walk for me. But for me, I wanted to live. I didn't want to be in the situation. Despite all the pain, that's what I did. And that wasn't until maybe almost 2 months of being bedridden. I had to learn to walk again, and that went on for probably like a week from here to there. And then I would walk to my TV to turn it off. I put the remote away and had to force myself to go turn on and turn off the TV. So I'd probably walk from here to where the camera's at. Mm-hmm. And that was another 30 minutes of going back and forth, until I finally could have my husband help me down the stairs so I could go walk around the patio outside. Wow. And then I graduated to the park, which took me an hour and a half to go one time around. But you just have this will to live after you go through all this. But the will to live came when Moses and Ainge would sacrifice their Thursdays and Sundays to come up to my house, carry everything that they had to come and adjust me, and then check on me, did my knees. I mean, it was a full-on total adjustment of probably about 30, 40 minutes, laser, everything, that they did for me. That's where my journey began. Wow. So, and now I'm here consistently, going through it.
So what has this done for you and your family?
Oh my gosh, where do I begin, right? You're talking to Polynesians. We drink aloe, we drink garlic water, we take all the plants of the earth and the bark of the tree, we put it in a pot with water and we boil it and we drink it, right? So natural and organic is our way of living. But I realized that we did that, but we couldn't connect chiropractic to that and how the natural adjustments of your body to the way God created it's meant to be can heal itself if we do chiropractic. And can you imagine adding all these other organic nutrients to your body as well? So everyone saw my struggle. Some people, when they saw me for the first time, because I lost like 45 pounds, which was really good for me. But yeah, I lost 45 pounds. It was so bad, Scotty, that Weppy told me that every day he went to work, he felt like he was going to get a phone call from someone in the family that I had passed away. And just the way he was seeing me shred off all this weight and just how ill I had been. Anyways, when people saw me, they were so shocked at my whole physical being. But then when they started asking, because I was taking turmeric, I was taking all these nutrients that I was being given by Dr. Cooper because of my nutrition test, they recognized that even though that I had lost all this weight, but I looked strong. right? Then it became my journey of explaining to them what this was happening, what I was taking. And then I was giving turmeric to everybody. Okay, somebody said, my ankle hurts, take a turmeric. Yeah, give them 4 turmeric. My knee hurts, take a turmeric. So I was giving turmeric to everybody. And then everybody kind of started recognizing what the turmeric was doing to them. And felt like, okay, what's this thing about? So I would tell them, let's go to Dr. Cooper. And my sister, Anna, who just lost her husband in December, I looked at her because she would go through headaches and all this stuff and said, you know what? No ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to Dr. Cooper, right? And we brought her here and it helped her. So once it happened to me, it happened to Anna, Sione. You know, Sione's story as well. And then the family is just coming. So our physical well-being is preaching chiropractic adjustment and help before we can even speak it, you know. So I just had a friend over last night and she was talking about what she had gone through with her knees and ankles and everything else. And she was taking this medication. I said, what's that medication for? And she said, it's high blood pressure. And I said, you need to get rid of that. I'm going to talk to Dr. Cooper today because I'm going to his office. I'm going to get you a doctor that he would recommend in Colorado so that you can go there. So now we just have the family coming. They're bringing the kids. You know, that's never heard of in Polynesian culture, right? You feed the kids to be fat so they can be linemen for some college. you don't feed them so they can be healthy. No, they're going to be linemen or whatever it is. But that's where the journey's been for me and my family. Everybody's life has been changed. And even the way they eat, the way we do eat. You know, we always got to have our mayonnaise with some of our stuff. And, you know, the bad oils with frying our food, but now it's not even an issue anymore for us. We get up, we make smoothies, make sure it's green, we buy organic food. We're always looking at, you know, when we go shopping, looking, okay, that's organic or whatever. We've never done that before. We just buy the cheapest thing that's out there to eat, right? And so our whole mentality and lifestyle has changed because of what happened to me with my family. Now I have aunts and uncles and in-laws and cousins that are all coming here because of what's happened to me.
Yeah. That's exciting. I think, you know, when you look at our office and you look at how we have the side lined with windows, it's for that purpose of like, okay, now once you get healthy, which is what you experienced, now it's time to get healthy for all the people out there. And you totally live that, right? You've helped so many people find this different way of living, and it's so exciting, and it's going to be even more. And I'm excited too for when your daughter Rachel gets to be one of those doctors too that gets to make that impact. Yeah, it's we are too. And you know, when Rachel wanted to be a chiropractor, we come and said, you don't want to be that. Go do something like, you know, in our mentality, be a lawyer, be a heart surgeon, you know, this kind of stuff. But her heart was so set on this. Yeah. And when I was in Australia, she had called me that she got a sponsorship. She got an offer to go play in Europe basketball for $500,000. And she said, Mom, what should I do? And I said, well, you know, Rachel, when you're going the right way, there's always distraction to get in your way, and you have to filter out, is this a distraction from your goal of being a chiropractor, or is this the right path for you to take? But look out for those distractions because they will take you away from your final goal, your ultimate goal. And then she called back like an hour later and she said, I called them and I said, no, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to continue school. I was so proud of her that, you know, I was praying that she wouldn't take it. But I was proud that she made the decision for herself. And she said, Mom, I just felt it was a distraction. Wow. You know, so when she comes, whatever it is that she's learned at school, she tries to do it on us, right? And until she gets to my head and I say, you're not touching that. Dr. Cooper will take care of that. But you can massage my feet or my leg or something like that, you know? So, funny. Yeah. But this journey has really brought my whole family together for the chiropractic help that we've all needed over the years. So how do you see, with your family's health, where do you see them going now? Like, what do you see, how do you see this changing all your family's life? Oh my gosh, it's already changing. Like I said, the way we eat, going for walks,
you know, at least 30, 40 minutes a day, taking better care of our health, getting enough sleep, all these things that help the body. And these are, I mean, these are things you don't have to pay for. You just do on your own, right?
Yeah.
We're not running to a pharmacy and get a medication just to feel better, to do whatever. We're doing the natural things that we're supposed to. So we're educating ourselves through all of this. We come to the trainings here by Dr. Ainge and Dr. Paris and learn, you know, about the vaccine, or we learn about different things that help our body. Mm-hmm. So how it will help my family, I think it's enabled us to use our own resources to become healthier, to take care of ourselves. You know, I have a cousin, a cousin Sione that comes here, right? And Sione couldn't do anything after his stroke, but the wife was the one working, and she would work her 12-hour, 9-hour shifts, come home, she would make leis, she would do catering for people because she wanted Sione to come and get his chiropractic help. Because she said, Tupou, what's the value of money when you die? What's the value of money when you don't have your health to live healthy? Yeah. And that, you know, that was an eye-opening moment for me, because I'm going, you're absolutely right. What is the value of any of that, your gold and your silver and your money, when you don't have the health to enjoy it? Yeah. So seeing her experience, what I had gone through for our family, that's become the priority. Yeah. You know, so you take care of your chiropractic, you pay for your chiropractic, you go take care of that, and everything else just falls in place because you have the health to be able to live life, right, you know, more fully.
What is Sione doing now?
Sione is actually working. You know, wow. he was a contractor before, and now he goes out. He does. On Monday, it was my sister Anna's birthday, and Sione's wife came over and helped me cook, and we cooked for Anna. And I said, "Where's Sione?" She goes, "Oh, Tupou, he had a little job. He's going to, you know, do this little cement. He'll be over." And like 4 hours later, Sione showed up, and you know, he was walking, yeah, sat down, he ate, and you know, he didn't eat all the other food that we had. He ate his fish, and you know, it was just to see us sitting there eating healthy and being healthy and knowing the situations we've been in. Like I said to you when I saw this little video, it could make you cry. I get emotional by it, just seeing the changes in him, and now that he's able to help his wife, and she's not just a one-income parent, but now they have 2 incomes to help their family. That's an emotional moment. And if it wasn't for I honestly feel if it wasn't for Dr. Cooper, he could probably, you know, be bedridden because he was taking medication that might have helped him one area, but it wasn't helping in other areas of his body. I am positive of that, right? And so to see the changes in him, it's a miracle. It is absolutely a miracle. Yeah. So that's where we're at with, yeah.
That's awesome. That. Thank you for sharing all of that. I mean, yeah, we love seeing your family come here. We have so much fun with them when they get here. And then when you cook for us, we love that too. They invited the doctors and I over to their house, and they made like Korean barbecue, like in the kitchen, and oh my gosh, that was incredible.
And then Dr. Moses walks in and he looks at the food and he goes, "It's not going to be enough for everyone." And I'm thinking, you haven't been to a Polynesian home. This is just the beginning. The rest is in the refrigerator. So we kept barbecuing, and he was dying at the very end, and we still had oodles of food left, right? But that was exciting. We loved that. It was, for me, it was just a way to give back. I don't know how to give back. I don't have money to give back, but I can cook. I can cook up a storm, and that was my giving back to not just you guys, but it's Dr. Ainge and Dr. Cooper. You know, not just Dr. Cooper, because Dr. Cooper does everything for me. Ever since my kids were at Servite, right, with yours, and he would adjust the boys before football games. He would clear them. He'd do all these miraculous things for them and my children. But, you know, just to see that Dr. Ainge and Dr. Moses, too, would give up their Thursdays or give up their Sundays to come and adjust me, it's hard. You never forget that kind of kindness for the rest of your life. And so that was just one thing. More things are coming, but that was just one thing that we could do for all of you guys here. I told you I'd get emotional.
You did. You did say that. Awesome. Thank you so much for being on this. I think that people hearing this are going to be touched and be able to know that this is an option for them. I'm excited for how this is going to touch your family and all the other people that are going to be able to be inspired to make a change in their life. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, Scotty. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, cool. So this is the Miracle Academy podcast. And if you want to learn a little bit more about some of the things that Tupou is talking about, you know, you can always send me a DM. We also have these cool guides that say Foods That Heal. They kind of give you a good starting point of like, okay, you know, she was talking about turmeric or a few different things they eat. We kind of put together a little guide that's a nice little thing that you can start reading through, that you can get some of this information.
Oh, can I just add,
Yeah.
Scotty? So Dr. Cooper showed me how I can know that things are good for me and things are bad, right? How I hold it up against me. And then so every time I go in the store now, before I grab a lotion or an oil or shampoo, I test it now to see if it's good for my body. And
Awesome.
I can't believe how simple that can be done,
Yeah.
but how great it is for me. And some of the stuff that I've used all my life, I've had to throw out because it's not good for my body. My body tells me what's good for it, right? And so I've learned that here.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's called muscle testing. But if that's something you also want to learn, you know, that's something that we can always teach you how to do. And it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it
is. It's really fast and easy, and different cultures have been using it for thousands of years. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. And so this is the Miracle Academy podcast, and I'm your host, Scotty Cooper. This is where miracles are expected. Thank you.